there was a few things that I did that were kind of interesting. For one thing, someone tried to seize all my accounts and take all my money to keep me from defending my country or defending my people. And like I say, the funny thing is that I don't really use money when it comes to defending countries or anything like that. I basically have manufacturing plants inside of the countries, so I just told my people to start manufacturing things, and so I was able to defend my countries anyway. Because somebody was like buying tanks and buying stuff, and they seized my money, so they're like, "You're not gonna be able to defend yourself now. Ha ha ha! We've won." And so I just changed a couple other manufacturing plants over to defense, and they started making, like, I don't have to buy tanks. I just told people to make them, and so they were making some really good ones. So when somebody came to kill us, I had tanks to defend with. Barely, but I did. So anyway, like, it was kind of funny because, like, well, I don't really use money to on with my countries. Like, literally, like, LS manufacturing is, or LS or LC manufacturing is basically like shipyards and factories. Like, we don't buy our equipment, we build our equipment. That's the way we used to do it back in the old days, is that if you can't build it, you don't have it. So therefore, I didn't buy my equipment or my stuff or my tanks. I built them because that's the way you do it when you're a real country. So anyway, I mean, unless you're a third world country, you don't buy your tanks. You build them yourself. Just like you build your own guns. Like that's the way Germany did it. Germany had such nice guns because I was building them. Germany was building their own guns. They researched their own guns. They fabricated their own guns. They built their own guns. That's why they were the best, because they built their own guns. They didn't go to the store and buy weapons. They just manufactured them. And when I started doing America, that's the way I would do it with America. That's the way I always do it. You start at zero and you start researching, and then you have your own research, and then you manufacture your own guns, and really good guns. I mean, only a fool would actually buy their weapons from someone, or buy their ammo from someone, because it's like, that's not going to work out very well. I mean, maybe if you're a small country, you can buy your own ammo and buy your own and buy guns and buy guns and ammo. But if you're a real country, you manufacture your own ammo and you manufacture your own guns. So anyway, somebody thought that by removing my seizing my accounts, that would mean that I wouldn't be able to defend myself or defend my country. It's like, well, the thing is that we manufacture our own guns, so we don't go and buy them. That's the way America does it. That's the way Germany does it. That's the way all my countries do it. We manufacture our own weapons, we invented our own weapons, and we use our own weapons. We don't use anyone else's because then they could break. Only a fool would buy their weapons. And you'll run out of money really quickly if you do that. So I've always had like a small gun manufacturer. Just like in England, I had a Birmingham gun manufacturing shop. So I was manufacturing my own guns, researching them, and making them better. And I had some of the best guns on the market, better than you could buy. So that's why I always did well in wars. I mean, I am a president, and a president leads a country. So anyway, I was always able to defend myself fairly well, or my country was able to defend itself fairly well. Because, defense of a country also falls down to your people. You lead them, and then you tell them generally what to do, and then they do it. And then if you're a good leader and a good creator, then they'll live. And if not, then they're going to be dead. So, anyway. And I was very good. Like I said, top 10 epic civilization creator and leader, Lucifer Star. So, it's something I had to earn over the years. So anyway, it's kind of interesting when they're like, "We've seized your account. You can no longer do anything." It's like, well, actually, I just tell my people what to build, and they do. Anyway, so we were able to exist a little while longer because of that, I guess. Because we were able to build our own weapons and still defend ourselves. Like I said, hard wars. I mean, it sucks when somebody just decides to just destroy your country. I have a couple countries: Germany, Russia, China, Japan, America. I have quite a few, technically Mexico, but I gave that away. I gave away most of my countries to where I'm just with America, because it's like, well, America makes and mines all its own materials. We are self-sufficient. That's the whole point. Germany makes and mined its own materials as well. It was self-sufficient. The first thing I do with a country is make it self-sufficient. So it produces and makes its own stuff. It builds everything it's going to use. It builds its own chairs. It builds its own cars. If it doesn't build it, it doesn't have it. I mean, only small startup countries can go, I think I'll buy a house, or I think I'll buy some trees. It's like, if you're a real country, you have to make everything because there's not going to be enough of it for you to have. Like, where are you going to get 5 billion cans of soup or 5 billion cars? You're just going to have to make them. There's no way in heck that you can buy that many cars. So anyway, all my countries, we just built our own cars and farmed our own food. So we didn't buy food. We farmed it. Or we would have starved. So that's why my country's always had a surplus of food. Because that was the first thing I did, was make sure we had food. So then after that, then everything else. So there's a process. Anyway, so interesting things I've been through. And there was something else. Germany, America, I had some of the best people in Germany. Someone took over my Germany, though, and started doing some really messed up things, like scooping out people's eyes with a spoon. He was a black guy. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what happened with him, like I say. Apparently he was a really bad person and hurting a lot of people, so. Anyway, some people took him out, pretty much. They used one of my battleships. It was a big war. So, anyway. My people can defend themselves quite well. I mean, we wouldn't last very long if we couldn't defend ourselves. And I wouldn't be a very epic creator or leader of a country if I allowed my people to just die. That would be really bad, wouldn't it? So, but I was top 10 epic leader and creators of civilizations and countries, so we did well. Germany did really well. Like Germany back in the old days, Germany was one of the first mega countries. Like when I was leading Germany, we became the #1 country in the world, being able to manufacture anything. And then when I went up to Russia, I did the same thing up there basically, and they became the #1. Like, all my countries do really, really well because we do science, technology, manufacturing, mining. We get our own water, mine our own minerals. If we don't mine it, we don't have it. So, and that's something I told my life forms a long time ago, and my people. I was like, if we don't mine it, we're not going to have it. So, and other people were like trying to steal technology and trying to steal this and trying to steal that. I was like, don't even bother trying to steal someone's technology. Just start the research process. Because you don't know what they're doing or what they have. They might be off. They might be throwing you off. So don't even bother trying to buy technology. Just invent it yourself, and then you'll have it, and then you'll know how it works. That was one of my things. That's why I'm Epic Lucifer, because I had my people inventing. We did our own math, we did our own science, we did our own tests, and so we knew how and what things did and how they worked. So we were able to build. So we didn't wait around for other people to be like, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? It's like, don't worry about it. When it comes out on the market, you'll see it. So like that's how I know about like the night vision in 1800 and all that other stuff, because we invented it. So I knew when it was actually invented, not just when it was sold to the public. Anyway, so yeah. And that's what it's like when you're actually a leader of a country. You're not the one going, so what's next? Like I say, I like to surprise people. Like when I was coming out with the P-51, the P-38 Mustang, like it was going to be at the air show. We actually, like I say, I love that stuff.